We back. Unstructured. Juan and Ethan. Let's do it. My intros are not as good as
That
yours.
was so rough. Literally run it back. Start it over.
No. We
No,
have
please.
to.
Please.
No. We got to roll with it.
All right, we're going to roll with the Unstructured Pod. We're back this week. Let's make it super sweet and to the point. First area of discussion is going to be the following. How about Donald Trump? We never talk about politics. Donald Trump
We really shouldn't.
with Vladimir Putin shaking the hands with the armed forces literally on top. You want to, regardless of what side you're on, and we're not claiming any side on this pod, but regardless of what side you're on, you cannot tell me that was one of the most power play moves, crazier than Wayne Simmons on the power play. Like, that was insane.
Pretty badass. Well, I'll leave it at that. W's. Listen, I'll just say that it's a good thing that they're friends. Like, it's a good thing that they can coexist. Excuse me, I have a little bit of gas in me.
Did you have like too many like pickles from like Vlasic or?
No. I actually just finished up dinner, which segues into us recording at a different time than we normally do. As you can see, there's not as much vibrant light coming into my room because it is 9 p.m. at night, 6 p.m. for Juan because we got that time difference. But we're making it work. Like, when we can't record on our normal day, it's not like we're just going to chalk the week like a lot of pods would. We reschedule and we figure it out because we are consistent. We've missed 1 week in 2 years, almost 2 years. Like, we
missed a couple because we were on vacation, stuff like that.
Yeah, but we made up for it. Like,
Correct.
we're as consistent.
Listen, everything's figure outable. Just like what's figure outable is how I got these muscles.
It's always the guns. It's always the happy trail. It's always the
happy trail.
Gosh, that was gonna happen at some point. It's just a matter of time.
Listen, I have a new thing that's on my table.
Let's hear it.
For people to know about. So we had the Fogo de Chao card that was collecting dust. We have another new thing.
What?
Got to be careful with sensitive information. Tracking number for a package. Let's see how long it sits here. Estimated arrival is Friday.
Over under this that thing being on the first September show. If you think that receipt or that tracking thing is going to be on the pod in the first pod of September, drop a comment. Let us know. Because, Juwan, once something hits Juwan's table, it's not like it needs to be off at a certain time. It's how long can it stay on before it needs to be moved. You're not even listening to me because you're locked in on whatever you're looking at.
No, I am locked in.
So tell me what I just said.
You said.
Okay. I'm not gonna question you. I saw you were locked in on something else.
Let me give you a second to explain. I actually don't remember.
No, it's not that you don't remember. You weren't listening, which is okay. I saw you were locked in on something else. I just
had to look at something real quick. Because we were recording at an opposite time, there was a message that came through, and my computer was having, yes, I know, straight on, just like the airplanes. This way, this way, this way. Who's speaking of airplanes? What are the top 5 airlines of all time?
See, I'm not a big airline guy. I'm not a big travel plane guy. But I will give you my number one airline is Delta.
No shot.
Never had a problem.
I'm a Spirit guy.
Yeah, I've never actually flown Spirit. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's affordable. The only problem is like, this is where they get you, right? They'll say like $100 for a flight. But then they'll have $70 for check bag, $70 for this. It ends up being the same price as what you would have paid somewhere else with half the quality, no Wi-Fi, and a bunch of other things.
I will say, yeah, I'd say my favorite airline that I've ever been on is Delta. So Delta, if you're watching this and you want to give us a sponsor, free trip to somewhere around the country, you just let us know. Like, I'm down. I'm always game for it. If I'm flying Delta. They're also the sponsor for the New York Rangers, which is why I travel with Delta. So, what about you? You said Spirit's your favorite, or do you have another one?
No, I'm a big United guy too. I was actually kidding about the Spirit. I would say probably, dude, my guns are looking good today. Sorry.
They are. I'm not gonna say they're not. It's just
United.
Let the people gaze. Let the people gaze.
Yeah, let them glaze. I love glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme, but United. I almost
lost it there. You almost lost
United. I love Lufthansa. That's far from in between. Lufthansa's international. If you know, you know.
I don't know because I've never been international.
And the third one I would probably put on my list of like favorite airlines, JetBlue. Like, it's a lot
No, W.
JetBlue is
W.
underrated. The water stand where you get free water and you pick out the water, unbelievable. By the way, United have United might have one of the best dinner options on a plane. Like people crap on airplane food. Some of it's actually better than dining hall food. I would compare dining hall food in a freshman dorm at a college versus airplane food. I'm going with airplane food, 1,000%. Let us know in the comments. Would you rather have airplane food or dorm food from the comments?
Yeah, let us know because I mean, the dorm food that I had was pretty good. I've never actually had like a meal on an airplane. I've never had a long flight where I've eaten a meal, but I always get the snacks. Like,
What's the
what should we
longest
have with
flight
us?
you've
What's
done?
longest flight I've done? I did. I think it was New York or New Jersey to San Fran. It was like 6 hours. So it's
How
like
are you hanging up for that?
I was doing pretty. I was doing all right. Wasn't terrible. I actually enjoyed it. You know, I'm a flight sleeper. When I go on a flight, I'm trying to knock out. Like I'm not trying to be awake on the flight. Like I'm just that kind of person. So I get
Like
the
you're trying to
window
wake
seat.
up and then they're like literally saying like your pickup gate or whatever they call it to
Yeah.
like your baggage claim number is this number and then you leave.
If I'm flying alone, I make sure I'm up so I'm aware of what's going on around me. But if I'm with someone, I kind of low key put the responsibility on them to get that information, which is okay. Sometimes you just gotta let them know. But
Yeah.
I'm a big window seat guy because I just like to keep my own. I'm not definitely not a middle guy because I don't want the people getting up, and I'm not an aisle guy. Like I'll say it. Like I'll
I
if
love aisles. Aisles my favorite. Windows actually second, but windows also a pain because if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to wake everyone up.
yeah
I
yeah.
will say this though. Me and Ethan have not traveled together, or Ethan and I's proper grammar have not traveled together.
So
Do you want to
tell
see
me.
us do
Yeah.
it? Do you want to see us do a little bit of a travel vlog on the Unstructured Pod? Switch it up a little things. Slipperooskies, the Brusayetskis.
We
Sorry,
should
I was
do a
just trying to
vlog.
name I was just trying to name Finland hockey players, but yeah, like
Potato.
yeah. Should Ethan and I do like a little bit of a travel? Like we've never been on a plane together.
No. No. We should do a vlog when you come to Saddle River, and we should do a vlog when we go to PA together. For that Penn State weekend for sure. We should do a vlog. We should do two different vlogs, see how they do. And if you guys like it, comment, like, you get the ratings up. We'll travel somewhere that you guys could pick. Unless the
Wow, it
I
could
mean,
be like North Dakota. It could be like
I'm
St. Louis,
game.
Missouri,
I'm game. I've never been to North Dakota. I've only been to South Dakota. I've heard good things
or
about
like
North Dakota.
Idaho, like some
Never been to
random
Idaho.
state.
Yeah, let's go to Montana. I've never been to Montana. What's going on in Montana? Juan,
Yeah,
what's your
facts. Let's
you
go.
know what? This is a great topic. What you've been to a decent amount of states, have you?
Yeah,
What's your favorite niche? I'd say niche state. Like obviously, like not like an East Coast.
Oklahoma for sure.
Okay, and why?
I've been there twice now. Pretty cool state. Very chill. Very different. It's very like country based. A little bit flat.
Hmm.
But Oklahoma's cool. I rock
Nice.
with it.
W. W.
Especially Stillwater. Stillwater is cool.
I gotta
Norman's like, eh.
I gotta get to the Midwest. I haven't been to a ton of Midwest
That
states.
is Midwest.
I know. I'm saying I gotta go to the Midwest. I've only been to, well, if you consider Tennessee Midwest, I've been to Illinois, which is Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different life though. Like in Oklahoma, it's definitely different than like LA or PA even. It's fascinating. One state that I really want to go to is there's two places I want to really go: Seattle and Beaverton, Oregon. I really want to go to Oregon.
Oregon and Washington are elite states. I can vouch. I've been there both twice. Elite states. One state that I really want to go to that I've never been to is Texas. Never been to
You've
Texas.
never been to Texas? I've been to
Never been,
Dallas.
never been to Texas. I want to go to Austin. I want to go to San Antonio. I want to go to Houston. I want to go to all those. I want to go everywhere in Texas because I've heard great things. The food's probably really good.
Barbecue's phenomenal. I went to Texas last year. Shout out Annie Beer. Shout out Jordan Bowers. For nationals. That was in Fort Worth, which is like an hour from Dallas, but I was like in that area. It's like cool. It's like nothing special, but I mean it's cool Texas. You know what I mean? Big
Yeah.
state. Hook 'em.
I've also
Um,
never been to the southern states like Mississippi, Alabama,
I've never been there either.
Georgia. Never been to Georgia.
Or like Arkansas.
That's it. It's Midwest. Is that Midwest? Yeah, it's more Midwest.
Rock chalk, rock chalk, rock chalk.
Walk Chalk's Kansas, not
I thought
Arkansas.
rock chalk, rock chalk.
Yeah,
Speaking of Kansas, did you see their $450 million football stadium?
I did. And that's a perfect segue into this week because Kansas is playing week 0. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching
Kansas
this,
State actually is, so you're a bot.
Kansas State and Kansas. Kansas also plays this week
Wow,
in
so
week
I
0.
double bot cancels out.
Exactly. But let's talk about it a little bit. College football is back. If you can't tell
Look
by
at the
my
smile on Ethan's face.
this kind of stuff, it crawls it makes my skin crawl.
Does it make your feet crawl like this?
My toes curl.
Yo.
Juan, I'm going to the sports book on Saturday for week 0. I'm going to be there all day. All day.
If
What?
disclaimer.
Oh yeah, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Responsible gambling only. But if you're seeing this before Saturday, week 0, August 23rd, check out my Instagram. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be placing live wagers. I'm going to be having a lot of fun, giving my opinion and my insight, like what goes through my brain when I watch a college football game. I am so excited. Juan, go ahead. I need to stop talking about this because I'm going to jump out of my shirt.
Well, that would be cool to see like your shirt off for the first time on the pod because I've done it. That's my first thought about football. Second thought about football, I can't even speak because that just was so caught me off guard. You know, we've never watched a college football game together, and that's really pissing me off. We've never watched a college football game together.
No.
Penn State, Miami doesn't count. We were on opposite ends of the stadium. I've never sat and watched. The only sports games we've ever watched together, and this is gonna get me really in my feels. After, and you're not gonna remember because
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what game you're talking about.
what game?
It is the Euro final, Spain. In Spain.
Yes, with Copa America semifinal, Uruguay
Colombia.
and Colombia. Yep, good touch
I
point.
remember that.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal. And we had dominoes and brain rot it.
yeah. So watching sports with your friends is just
It's
like
so fun.
just top tier moments that you'll look back in your later years and you'll just be like, I wish I can go back to this moment.
Are there any games on it? No, there's no games on a Tuesday. I was gonna say that'd be
There's
sick
games
if you.
on every day of the week, brother. There's probably going to be a college football game when we're together. Let's take a look right now.
Yeah, go check right now. It's September 9th.
College football never sleeps, brother. Never sleeps.
All right, now you're glazing. They start on Thursday, brother.
No, they don't. Actually,
Check check Tuesday, September 9th, and stop talking.
I'm going to right now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at him, but I was getting pissed off.
Don't hate me if there's not a game. Because unfortunately there isn't. But as the season goes by, there's this conference called the MAC, which is the Mount Atlantic Conference, or I'm Midwest Atlantic Conference. I don't know, something like that.
You're cut.
I don't even care. I don't even care. If you're gonna say that I don't know ball because I don't know what the MAC stands for, you're a bot. But they have games Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Elite.
I have a crazy take, actually. I just want to put out on the pod and just actually just dump it. AJ Brown will have more fantasy points than Jamar Chase this year.
Some people aren't gonna like that, but some people just need to face the truth. Like AJ Brown is an elite receiver.
The dog.
But the one thing I will say about that take is that there are more mouths to feed in Philadelphia compared to Cincinnati.
1,000%, which makes it an unfair advantage for Jamar Chase to be the number one consensus right now. I actually don't think he's going to have a year. It's crazy. I think A.J. Brown is going to have a year of his own, bro.
Me too. I mean, it's not that crazy. I mean, I agree.
I love A.J. Brown, yo. Stay blessed. Stay great.
Although the Eagles do have a lot of mouths to feed, especially on
Sure.
the offensive
You know
side.
who also has a lot of mouths to feed? Saddle River Inn on September 9th.
They do.
I'm always going to reference that, bro. Shout out my man Jamie.
Stay tuned for that kind of for that content.
Shout out Chef Jamie.
In a couple weeks, yeah. Shout out Chef Jamie in a couple weeks. Juan, let's shift back to week 0 because I do want to briefly discuss these games because.
Did you see how I just shifted back?
You did like a little Euro sidestep. There's 5 games on Saturday. This episode's dropping on Friday, so tomorrow, Saturday, when these games are being played, there's 5 games. 1 ranked matchup. All the other games none of the teams are ranked. But let's talk about this ranked matchup because it's very important and it's got a lot of implications in regards to. Oh, hold on, I lost you. It has a lot of implications in regards to the Big 12 and the college football playoffs. So if you're not familiar, the Aer Lingus game is be playing in Ireland at noon Eastern time between Kansas State and Iowa State. What's your prediction?
Iowa State wins.
Okay. Any
No
particular
score.
reason or
No.
okay?
I the Cyclones. Okay, one of the things that happens in the summer is called the Tour de France. It's a biking thing. It's a
Hmm.
bike competition. What do? They constantly move their feet. They don't stop. Okay, and so a cyclone keeps going regardless of what happens in life, and those are what we call winners. So they're gonna win.
All right. I like that. I got nothing against that. Although I do personally think that Kansas State's going to win the game for other reasons other than the Tour de France. But we'll see. That's why the game's played. That's why there is hype and all this stuff
That's
happens.
why there's fans, and that's why there's a thing called college football.
Exactly. So enjoy the games if you're watching them. Week 0 is just a appetizer to the college football season. We will go deeper into the college football season, some of our projections, some of our Heisman thoughts, maybe some of our college football playoff sleepers in the
Yep.
coming episodes. So stay tuned
That's
to
a
that.
must.
Yeah,
And also tailgate essentials. I want to dive more
yes,
into that. Maybe we
yeah,
should do a video where we go to Penn State and we actually go to some tailgates and check out people and rank them. I've seen videos like that
we
where
should do
people
that.
rank. We should rank on tailgates based on environment, based on food, based on just history of the tailgate. Because that's what people forget. They see a crazy setup at a tailgate and be like, "Oh, these people just like want to have the best thing." No, sometimes there's a tradition around that. Like people get married from these tailgates. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like people meet at tailgates. There's something to be said about unity and creating that history. And I think Penn State has, and other schools for sure, but Penn State specifically, non-biasedly saying it, is these tailgates have history. That's why you see the photos when you go in the RVs, or you see the traditions that they have the same breakfast or whatever it's going to be. And there's nothing like it. There's genuinely nothing like it. Penn State has the number one tailgate scene. Not
I
even a question.
I agree. I mean, if you take a look at the a satellite view of Beaver Stadium and you just see all of the fields and all the land around the stadium, it's all tailgates. That's all people enjoying the
It's a
atmosphere.
true tailgate experience. It's unbelievable.
And one last thing I will say about Penn State is you can see my shirt. I think I've worn this
Sure.
shirt on the pod before, and it is the Nittany Lion choking out the Oregon Duck. This is exactly a depiction of Week 5 of the college football season. What Penn State is going to do to Oregon at the whiteout.
I hope, man. I
Uh,
hope the boys play. Penn
they're
State's
gonna
coming
play.
back to LA this year. They were in USC last year. I missed it, but they're playing UCLA in the Rose Bowl this year.
Mhm.
Would love to be at that game. Would love for you to be at that game. Obviously, for travel reasons or whatnot, we won't. But we are fortunate to even have the opportunity to go to Villanova. Segueing from Villanova, I want to move to another topic.
Let's hear it. You got nothing.
No, I actually don't have nothing. That was the point of the entire situation. Was to test, do we have the ability to come up with a topic on the spot? Just joking. What the topic is going to be about is nothing. You know why? Because I thought about something recently, and when you actually just appreciate someone's presence and you don't always have an agenda or you don't always have a topic in mind to talk to them and you just actually get to embrace who that person is, there's something to be said about that. So that's what I want to do in this moment right now, is just embrace the fact that Ethan and I have filmed for 2 years almost, have been able to make so many different memories with guests plus ourselves, and it's built a friendship that's going to last a lifetime. So that's what the topic is right now, is nothing, because of that analogy that I just equated to, and actually embracing the current moment. And so I challenge you on your daily basis, whether it's a coworker, whether it's your family, or whether it's anyone else, to actually don't always have an agenda or something you're worried to talk about, and instead just embrace the moment.
Love that. Comment something you're grateful for if you're still listening. Juwan just spat. Like, he just absolutely laid it all out there for you. And if you didn't appreciate that, then you're in the wrong place because Juwan just poured his heart out into that. So comment what you're thankful for in the comments and give a like while you're at it. Juwan,
Did it make sense what I said or no?
absolutely. You're enjoying being in the moment. Juwan, in 20 years from now, you're going to be like, I wish we can go back when we were 23, and there's the happy trail. Go back when we're 23 and recording the pod, like, we just got to be grateful to be in the moment,
They say life moves fast, Ethan. They say life
Definitely.
moves fast when you leave college. Well, listen. And next Monday marks when Penn State's fall semester kicks in, and that means we've been 2 years out of college.
Disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I know you probably have something you want to say, but it makes me sick. I miss school. If you're watching this and you're still at school, just stay there as long as you can.
And live it up. That doesn't live it up doesn't mean party like crazy. Live it up means whatever you want to personally do, go do it to the fullest extent. Like
Like
that's one thing I'm proud of
actually do it.
myself
Like
is
do it.
that I actually just like fully like went in, did a lot of clubs, just tried things like and just went in. I wish I could go back to even go even crazier.
Yeah. Don't have any regrets. We'll say that.
Don't have any pull the trigger because guess what? All those people that judge you in college, you're not even gonna talk to 3 years from now, 2 years from
The
now.
majority, like 99% of them, you're not gonna speak to
Yeah.
ever again. So,
I'm like, well,
well,
sorry, I just had to really pour that out. That was on my
no, it's all
chest.
good. It's all good. I'll transition into the word of the day unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
Let's do it. Listen, we used to do podcasts over 15 minutes. The fact that we've been doing 20, 30 minutes, we've been pushing it for y'all. But that's because we love you guys. So, yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
So my word of the day today is invest. Okay? And the reason that is my word today is because right now, wherever you are in life, you have an opportunity to invest in yourself, in something else, in somebody else. You have the opportunity to take time or take money or take assets and invest it into something and watch it grow or watch it fail. Unfortunately, it's the reality of some things and you learn from it. But you need to give it a shot. You need to invest in something and give it a shot. Invest in yourself, and like I said, invest in something else or someone else, and it pays off if it succeeds. And time is money. So my word of the day today is invest. Find something that you enjoy. Find something that you have passion in, and invest in it. And really invest in it. Like put a majority of some thought, some time, or some money into it, and just care for it. Like investing is a very, very powerful thing. Not a lot of people do it. A lot of people just like to sit on the things that they have, and they just like to be complacent. I challenge you to invest. I invest in multiple different things in my life. I invest in myself. I invest in shoes. I invest in sports cards. I invest in my personal journey. I invest in the podcast. I invest in Juan because I can see his potential. My word of the day today is invest.
If that doesn't make you want to go right now to the stockbroker and buy literally 15 shares of AMC, I don't
Do
know
it.
what will. And why did I pick AMC? Because I'm a feeler and I love movies. My word of the day today is going to be very simple. It's second. Because when you put yourself first, but also second, a lot of fruit comes out of that. And what I mean by that is this: putting yourself first actually also means putting yourself second. Let me explain. When you don't have ego and you don't always look to just take from someone, but you look to provide value, by nature, that's kind of putting yourself second. But in reality, that's putting yourself first because I look at putting yourself first as providing value to other people because by nature, by law of attraction, by a lot of different things come back to you. So I think more people should approach it that way. Is second. How can I be second while also being first? It might not make sense, but it does. So provide value. Don't always seek things that are for you, and always trust in the Lord. With that, from the Unstructured Podcast, Ethan Zaretsky, Juan Faura, we out. Brrr.